Hi guys, Mrs. Castle here, and we're going to talk about, for a couple of minutes, giving peer feedback. There are 3 rules to giving feedback. Number 1, and the most important one, which is why I have it highlighted there in blue, is be kind. That's the number 1 most important rule, and usually the thing that most of my students lose points for when they lose points on giving peer feedback is that they're being mean or something like that. It is never okay to be mean when you are giving feedback, especially at our level here. Many artists get together and they talk about each other, talk about artwork together. And if they have a very good relationship and they know that it's a safe space to be blunt about artwork, then artists are kind of blunt with each other. But here at middle school, we cannot be blunt with each other. We can't be mean. We can't be nasty. The most important rule for every step is to be kind. The second rule is to be specific. If you're saying something, if you're asked to give a compliment and you're saying something nice about somebody's work, saying good job is not specific enough. You need to tell them what they've done a good job on. If the question is about the student's composition and how they have used the rule of thirds, and you're saying you think that they've done a good job on the rule of thirds, you need to say you've used the rule of thirds very well. Because later they could go back to the feedback and it says good job, and it's like, okay, so what? What does that mean? It's unclear later on what the feedback was about. Okay, and we're talking about being specific. Lastly is be helpful. Many times you will also be asked to give a suggestion how something in the artwork could be improved, or if they have forgotten something that they were supposed to include. While being kind, you can be helpful. If, like this year, the year that I'm making this video, we talked about in a poster what the words look like in the poster, and are the words, was the slogan that they were supposed to use be big enough to read, and were the extra facts that they were supposed to include in the poster large enough to read, or from a closer distance, but were they understandable? Was it, did they arrange the words in such a way that they would be readable? A comment about your slogan words need to be larger, or the facts need to be smaller, or I can't read, I don't understand what the fact says because it's not written right to left. Those are still helpful things, but it's said in a kind way. So that's super, super, super important. When we do peer feedback, I will usually give you a question or two that you can focus your comments on, instead of just letting you out there, floating in feedback space and not knowing what to say. So it will be a bite-sized chunk, and shouldn't be too bad. If you have trouble figuring out how to be helpful and kind at the same time, let me know, and I will help you word the comment so that it meets the criteria and you can have all your points for peer feedback. Thanks for watching.